Hi friends, I'm Emma. I'm a Seattle creator and I'm sharing part two of my video of my first time in Peru. So I partnered with Intrepid to do 9 days in Peru. We went from Lima to Cusco to Machu Picchu, and in part two of this video, we're showcasing our adventures through Aguas Calientes, going back to Cusco because we had a free day. And so you'll see some clips from the San Pedro Market as well as some Instagrammable photo worthy spots in Cusco. You'll also see the journey from Cusco to Puno. We went on a 7-hour bus ride, as well as our adventures once we get to Puno on Lake Titicaca. We went on an amazing boat ride and got to meet the community of people who live on the Euros floating islands. You'll also get to see our experience staying with a local homestay in the Puno region, as well as our last night in Lima. So there's so many things that I'm so excited to share with you. So are you ready? Let's go. After exploring Machu Picchu, we had a few hours to explore Aguas Calientes before boarding the train and returning to Cusco. We grabbed lunch with our group at Chullos. Afterward, my sister and I stopped by a second-story coffee shop that overlooked the river. We also wandered through the markets and enjoyed the river views. We got back onto the train to head back to Ollantaytambo and then went back to Cusco. On day 5 of our 9-day trip, we were back in Cusco. After a packed few days, it was so nice to take the opportunity to slow down and explore the city. Whether you're shopping for souvenirs at the San Pedro Market, sipping tea at a cafe on Plaza de Armas, or wandering through the Choco Museum, Cusco is a place that invites you to take a pause and take it all in. Also remember to take a breath because the elevation change can be a shock for your system. If you're looking to experience local life in Cusco, stop by San Pedro Market. We were so lucky that our Intrepid guide took us through the market and wandered us through the different cheeses, handmade chocolates, as well as herbal remedies, textiles, and souvenirs. If you're looking for beautiful photo spots in Cusco, I recommend checking out Calle 7 Boraguitos. This is tucked away in the San Blas neighborhood. It's one of Cusco's most charming and photogenic streets. Its whitewashed walls, cobblestone stairway that's lined with colorful flower pots makes this alleyway feel like a hidden gem in the city. Calle Resbalosa is a steep, narrow street that winds down from the San Cristobal area toward Cusco's main square. Mirador de San Cristobal is a scenic overlook just above the city. From here, you get a sweeping panoramic view of Cusco's red rooftops, surrounding hills, and you can also see the Plaza de Armas below. On day 6 of our journey, we left Cusco behind and traveled through the high-altitude landscapes of the Altiplano. Hi friends, so I'm speaking a little bit quietly because we are currently on a bus ride from Cusco to Puno. It is a 7 or 8 hour bus ride, and so I thought I would catch up with you guys, let you guys know how everything's been going. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I turned my mic on. But we had a full day in Cusco yesterday. We got to the San Pedro Market, which was amazing, and we had our local Intrepid guide Kike walk us through the market, and it was such an experience to just learn about the grains that a lot of Peruvian people eat. We also got to try some bread and cheese, and we even walked into a stall that was all for like a witch doctor, and I ended up buying a little thing for luck. It was like, okay, let's see if this is actually really lucky, but it was so much fun. We ended up getting lunch with our group, and then after lunch we decided to stop by the Choco Museum in Cusco. It's actually free to visit, and then you can sample the chocolates, and if you want to buy some chocolates, obviously you can buy chocolates and tea. Afterwards, my sister and I did a little bit of wandering. I actually feel like we did a mini hike within the city because it is so hilly in Cusco, and explored some beautiful streets and got a vantage point of the city, which was something that I really wanted to do. And so super excited to share some of those beautiful
just like views with you guys and some beautiful streets if you are out for the city hike. I'll be sharing some of those spots too. So yeah, hopefully I tune in a little bit more. It's kind of been hard because we've kind of been on the go. Yesterday was like our first day we've been able to like soak in the city, relax a little bit, and then I'm actually counting it as a rest day because it's a travel day and it's a long day. So I am hoping to edit some short form videos, get some content figured out, because I feel like I've spent staying up each night trying to get content together because this is a brand trip. So yeah, next time you see me, we will be in Puno. I will say, friends, one thing I did not realize was that this like public bus, which is kind of like a charter bus, honestly, it is pretty comfortable, and I'm so glad it's not like super full, because I ended up moving and getting like 2 seats to myself. They have like USB charging ports. Here, I'll show you. You can plug your phone in. They have this seat thing. You can put your backpack underneath and put your legs up. So that's pretty comfortable. There's also a privacy curtain if you like want some privacy and you don't know who you're sitting next to. I thought that was really kind of handy, little privacy curtain. So yeah, it is a long travel day, but I'm very, very happy that it's a comfortable ride, and we were able to pick up some empanadas and some chips. I already ate the chips. It's like 9 a.m. I ate my chips and some drinks and stuff. And so if you are hoping to do, if maybe you're planning your own trip to Peru and you want to do Cusco to Puno, there is this bus ride available that's nonstop. Literally goes 7-8 hours straight to Puno. And so yeah, that's been really nice. But honestly, you guys, I'm super grateful that we've had an amazing local Intrepid guide. He's Peruvian, has well-traveled, super cool guy, has been able to give us awesome recommendations and prep us for each stage of the trip, like day by day prepping us, telling us like what we need to do to get ready. And so that's been really helpful. I can't like imagine doing this trip like without a local guide. And so if you are hoping to add Peru to your bucket list, I do think it's worth it to look at Intrepid, because they honestly like make it all easy. Like, I feel like when I go on content trips, I'm doing so much time researching how to get from point A to point B, looking at trains, looking at buses, public transportation, booking everything. And it's like so nice to just like have everything laid out for you. Like, I've never had this experience before. My sister and I would be talking about going on another one, because it has been so nice to just like be like, what are we doing today? Okay, perfect. Where are we staying tonight? Okay, awesome. And then asking like, oh, where do you recommend we eat? And then, he like knows the cities that we've been to so well. And so it's been really nice.
After a long but scenic 7-hour drive, we arrived in Puno, located on the shores of Lake Titicaca, the world's highest navigable lake. This lake is also split in half. Both Peru and Bolivia share this lake at 12,500 feet above sea level. We ate dinner with a group at Moija restaurant, and the food was delicious. The next day in Puno was one of the most memorable days of our trip. We took a boat ride to the Chullos floating islands. We learned the history of how this pre-Incan civilization came onto Lake Titicaca to escape Spanish conquest and evolved to live on the floating reed islands. The fact that these islands are handmade layer by layer using reeds is incredible. After learning the history of the Chullos floating islands and taking a reed boat ride with the community, we were dropped off the other side of the lake to stay with a local family. During our homestay, we helped with daily chores like feeding the chickens, preparing our dinner, and we learned how our homestay families lived out on their farms. We also were dressed in traditional Peruvian clothing.
I love it!
After breakfast with our host family, we said our goodbyes and took a bus to Julica for our flight back to Lima. We had one last evening together with our travel group. We went out for a final dinner at Tanta. Tanta is one of Peru's most beloved restaurants. It celebrates the diversity of Peruvian cuisine, from classic dishes like the lomo saltado to innovative takes on ceviche and local desserts. The atmosphere is warm and vibrant, and it's honestly such a perfect spot for a final meal with friends. All right, friends, so I hope you enjoyed part 2 of our 9-day adventure through Peru. It was my very first time in South America, so it was definitely a memorable trip that I got to share with my sister. We shared with you guys our adventures through Aguas Calientes, as well as our free day in Cusco. We also shared with you guys the experience going on a boat ride on Lake Titicaca, as well as going on a reed boat ride when we met the community who lives on the Euros floating islands. We also got to share with you guys experiencing the homestay, seeing the farm animals, and connecting with our local families there, as well as our last night in Lima, eating at Tanta in Lima. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you go and watch part 1, because in part 1 we showcase going through Lima, experiencing Machu Picchu, all those fun things. You can also check out my other Seattle videos if you are interested in coming to Seattle. I share where to go in Seattle, what to do, all the different neighborhoods, all that fun stuff. Make sure you like and subscribe at Emma's Edition across YouTube and all my social media channels, and I'll see you guys next time.